YouTube, Mo's Nose fam, welcome back into the channel. Today is just like yesterday. We continue in our team mock draft series. This is episode 7, and we're going to the ATL. We're going to Atlanta. We're taking over those dirty birds. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the Jamal Anderson dance? We're taking over the Atlanta Falcons. We will be selecting the 2023 draft class for the Atlanta Falcons. We have 8 picks in this draft. We're not going to waste your time. Let's jump right into it and get active. Okay, so where are we? We want to select, boom, Dirty Birds. 7 rounds. Turbo is excessive. Drop that down to fast. We'll keep everything else here at default. We're going to enter the draft. Now, we're not going to start because let's have a quick discussion. Because if we start, it's going to go fast. It's going to go right through to pick 8. We need a quarterback. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 teams ahead of us that also need a quarterback. 1 and 2 is locked up. Pretty sure the Colts at 4 are going to take a quarterback. And then the Raiders above us at 7 also may take a quarterback. So what do we want to do? Normally, I don't do trades. Normally, I let the board fall how it will. We see what happens at pick 8, right? But with all these teams needing a quarterback, all 4 of them are probably going to be gone by the time we pick at 8. We're not trading up to 1 for Carolina. That's out. Houston's not moving out of 2. So our earliest option is Arizona. So we want 3. They would fall back to 8. Then we have 7 other picks. Maybe we give them Tennessee's 110. And maybe we give them a first rounder in 2024. This has a 97% chance to be accepted. I didn't think I was going to get 97. I really didn't think I was going to get 97. So what do? Do we sit back and let the board fall? Or do we do something outside of the normal? Do something outside of the norm of what we do here at Mo's Nose with the team mock drafts? And do we trade up in this situation? Because Atlanta needs a quarterback. Now, we have Desmond Ridder, who we drafted last year. You know, we had Marcus Mariota during the season. Towards the end of the season, we let Desmond Ridder come in and take over. We drafted Taylor Heineke. We signed Taylor Heineke to be a backup on this team. So do we want to move forward with Desmond Ridder and see what he can do with Taylor Heineke as the backup? Or do we want to trade some picks and do we want to move up to get one of the guys in this class? This is honestly a conundrum. Because I didn't think I was going to get 97% chance of being accepted. What if we take that off? It drops down to 81. Still a good chance. What if we go 159? That goes up to 87. 113 is 96. Wow. What if we take off a 1 and give them a 2? What if we do a 1 to 20? Ooh, now that's not realistic. They're not going to let us skip a year. They're going to want 2024. Wow. This was supposed to be a quick video because it was only going to be 8 picks, but man, we could jump up and we could grab a quarterback here. This is outside of the norm of what I do. I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be fair to Desmond Ridder for him to get his shot. But if you see a quarterback that you absolutely love and you want to bring him in for competition and see whether it's the quarterback you draft or Desmond Ridder, I think you have to do that. Do you mind mortgaging the future and giving up that first round pick in 2024? I mean, when I look at the team is it's kind of mind-boggling why they don't win. And I think the deciding factor is the quarterback. Defense, obviously a pretty solid defense. Could stand to get better, but you go out and you sign David Onyemata. You bring in Jesse Bates for the safety position. Offensive line, you bring back Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGarry. Got Jalen Mayfield and Jake Matthews on the other side. Kyle Pitts on the offense. Drake London looks like a stud. You bring in Mac Hollins. Tyler Algier looks like a stud. So the pieces are in place. Quarterback is the only question mark. Really. And by that logic, I think I have to do something that I don't normally do. And that's make a trade and see what falls in our lap at quarterback. Because if quarterback is the only difference with the roster that we have, I think we have to take the shot. Offering trade and it was accepted. Wow. I don't normally do that. So the Falcons move up to 3. We give up 113 and a round 1 in 2024. Arizona accepts, moves back to 8. Bryce Young and CJ Stroud are off the board. Now we're on the clock at 3. We take our pick between Anthony Richardson and Will Levis. And to me, this is a no-brainer. I'm going Anthony Richardson at 3. Has a high ceiling, absolute dynamic physical tools. We know what Matt Ryan did, but physically, gift-wise, probably the best quarterback that Atlanta has seen since Michael Vick. I'm going Anthony Richardson at 3. And we get our guy at quarterback. I can stand on that. Didn't have to give up our second round pick. Yes, we brought in Mac Hollins, but we can look to add another wide receiver. Wide receiver is a need. Edge is a need. So we got Felix Uzama here. He could fit our need at edge. Casey Hayward's getting a little up there at age. We also brought in Mike Hughes. Do we look to go another corner opposite AJ Terrell? Also an option. Linebackers are pretty solid. Troy Anderson, Michael Carter, Arnold Ebiketie, Caden Ellis. We can find depth there as well. Offensive line is pretty stout. We brought back Lindstrom. We have Mayfield. Don't think we need another guard. Maybe we can look to get center, even though Chris Dahlman is a young guy we drafted last year, 2021. But maybe if we want to look to upgrade, we can go there. Jalen Hawkins. We also have Richie Grant in the fold. So I feel like Jesse Bates will play the free. Richie Grant and Jalen Hawkins will battle for that strong safety position. But if you wanted another strong safety, maybe you go Antonio Johnson here. A lot of different options. Offensively, let's take a look at receiver. I think it would be a reach to take anybody here. Nathaniel Dell at 44. If we wanted a wide receiver, we can get him later. Same with Michael Wilson, A.T. Perry, Rashee Rice. We can get some of these guys later. Adetomiwa Adebawore is here as well. Especially for our 3-4. 6'2", 280, running a 4.4. Have him learn from a guy like Grady Jarrett. This might be solid to give us that depth on that defensive line. Because one of the things that we are missing is the depth. So yes, we have Arnold Ebiketie, our rusher from our outside linebacker position. Lorenzo Carter, D'Angelo Malone. We got young guys here that can help us rush from those outside linebacker positions. But I think we need more rotation on that defensive line as well. Keep those big guys fresh. I think Adetomiwa Adebawore would be a solid selection here at pick 44. He adds depth to that line, so I'm going to go there. Then we have picks 75 and then 110 after that. So at 75, now you can go someone like a Nathaniel Dell here if you wanted to go wide receiver. But I also like Nick Herbig. And I just talked about, listen, in the NFL, you cannot have enough pass rushers. And you're especially in a division where you just got Derek Carr and got to see him twice a year with the Saints. The Bucs got Baker Mayfield, and then the Panthers are going to be rolling out a rookie quarterback. I think the Atlanta Falcons have a prime opportunity to take advantage of the weak quarterback play in your division. A rookie, Baker Mayfield, and Derek Carr. Derek Carr is probably the best on that list. And then you two as a team, whether it's Desmond Ridder or Anthony Richardson, who we drafted with the number 3 overall pick, are also rolling out a young guy. So in our 3-4 defense, there is a 3-4 edge rusher who is on the board, who adds to what we are trying to do. And having a rotation of pass rushers, keeping those guys fresh to get after the quarterback. You see what the San Francisco 49ers do with the depth on their defensive line. We saw what the Philadelphia Eagles were able to do. They led the NFL in that. They set a NFL record for most team sacks this past season. Why? They had depth. They had rotation. They kept guys fresh. I'm a big fan of Nick Herbig. I think you can get him here at 75, add him to Arnold Ebiketie, add him to Lorenzo Carter, add him to D'Angelo Malone, and continue to apply pressure to the weak quarterbacks in your division. I think this is a great pick. I'm going Nick Herbig at 75 from Wisconsin. Love it. Love it. Then we are back on the clock in the 4th round at 110. Ooh. Travius Hodges Tomlinson is here. I see a really, really good nickel corner that we can get. Let's see, what else do we have? We got our quarterback. We got our edge. And actually, we got technically 2 edges, but we got one for our defensive line, rotation behind Grady Jarrett and Taquan Graham. And then we got one for our outside linebacker position, rushing off the edge. Let's see what wide receivers are available. Now let's make sure whoever we have at, Keyshawn Bout is still here. I think this is great value if he's still on the board at 110. That's easy. That's a great value if he's still on the board. All right, 159 in the 5th round. Coming up. Okay. So again, we got our edge rushers. We got our quarterback. We got our wide receiver. I think now you can look at BPA. You can look at best player available. You can look at adding to the stable of talent that you already have. Where do I want to go? I mean, we could look to that interior linebacker position. Guy like D. Winters, off the ball linebacker. This may be a little bit high for him. I think this is a little high for a lot of these guys here. Let's take a look at safeties. Safeties we don't need, but we can find guys to come in rotational, depth, special teams. No. See what else we got. I mean, we could get offensive line depth. You can never have enough of that. Matt Hennessy, Ryan Newsill, Justin Schaefer, Kyle Hinton. I mean, you can get a guy like Chandler Zavala come in for competition and depth on the offensive line. Again, can never have enough of those guys either. I'm actually a bigger fan of Jackson Kirkland than I am Chandler Zavala. Here's another option at corner. We're at 224. Let's see, do we want to go corner now or offensive line? I think we can wait. We got 224. Maybe Mackay, Gardner Falls, Cameron Brown from Ohio State, Darrell Luter. All solid options. Alex Austin from Oregon State. Rajon Wright from Oregon State as well. Oh, my guy, Terrell Smith from Minnesota. I think he should be rated higher than this. We have 224 and 225. I'm going to see if I can get Terrell Smith. Let me go back here. Let me get this offensive line depth. Let me get Jackson Kirkland at 159. And then we have back-to-back picks at 224 and 225. So 3 7-round picks, 224, 225, and 245. Let's see. Aubrey Miller. $6'2", 225. That could be an option. For our inside linebacker in this 3-4, that could be an option. We could get another wide receiver. Because as of right now, only 6 on the roster. Drake, Mack, Frank Darby, and then Jared Bernhardt, Josh Ali, and Rashawn Henry. Matt Landers, another big target with speed. All right. Because I know I said I wanted the corner, right? I know he's still on the board. Did they take Terrell? Okay, Terrell's still here. Okay, so I'm going receiver first. I mean, it really don't matter what order because I got back-to-back picks. But I'm going Matt Landers first. We need more receiver depth. And then we're going corner Terrell Smith from Minnesota. Just to add to that depth area. Actually, I think I want the linebacker because we have the depth. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Anthony Orgy's still available. Jeremy Banks is still available. Miller is here. No, not Cameron. Let me get the corner, and then we'll double back on the linebacker. Big fan of Terrell Smith. And then at 245, we'll see what linebackers are here, and we'll take best of it. D. Winters is still here. It's a very, very solid option. And then get Jeremy Banks, Anthony Orgy still here, but I'm gonna go D. Winters here at 245. And that's gonna wrap it up for the Falcons. Finish out this draft. Let's see what we get for a grade. All right. Ooh, we got a A plus. So we trade pick number 8. Pick number 113, round 4, and a first rounder in 2024 to move up to number 3 overall. They gave us an A plus for the trade. At number 3, we take quarterback Anthony Richardson. He gave us an A plus for that selection. Round 2, pick 44, we take Adetomiwa Adebawore, edge rusher out of Northwestern. He's going to help us as our 3-4 left or right defensive end, learning from a guy like Grady Jarrett. Similar size, similar athleticism. Absolutely a great pick there, in my opinion. Round 3 at pick 75, we get another edge rusher. Again, you cannot have enough pass rushers, especially in a division where you have a weakness at the quarterback position. If you can apply pressure, you can force mistakes, turnovers, 3-and-outs, things of that nature. At pick 75, we get Nick Herbig, edge rusher, outside linebacker out of Wisconsin. At 110, round 4, we get wide receiver Kayshawn Bout from LSU. Round 5, pick 159, we take guard Jackson Kirkland from Washington. Round 7 at 224, we get wide receiver Matt Landers from Arkansas. Very next pick, 225, we get cornerback Terrell Smith from Minnesota. And at 245, last pick of the draft for the Falcons, we get linebacker D. Winters out of TCU. Falcons fans, let me know how you like this draft. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Let me know what you would do differently. Do you agree that you think the Falcons should trade up in this draft and get a quarterback, whether it's Richardson, whether CJ Stroud, or Bryce Young falls? Are you in love with Will Levis? Sound off in the comment section. I want to know, do you think the Falcons will move up to that 3 spot and go get their quarterback of the future? Do you think they stand back at 8 and see if a quarterback falls? And if not, move forward with the plan of going with Desmond Ridder as the starter? Again, sound off in the comment section. I would love to hear your opinions about what you think your Atlanta Falcons will do in the 2023 NFL draft. If you're new to Mo's Knows, first of all, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time and attention. Become a part of the Mo's Knows fam. Become a know-it-all and smash that subscribe button. Once you do that, take another 2 seconds and hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time new content drops right here at Mo's Knows. Again, thank you for your time and attention and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next episode. Peace.